hari. Astagfirullah. Oh, cabut mahal. Jadi mau depan. Hidupin terus. Iya. Oh. Jadi berapa hari? Bisa. Oh, jadi 3 hari ya. Oh, pengen oh yang acara musik. Iya, iya, iya. Oh, iya, yang dempetan itu ya. Iya, 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 yang dempetan itu. Rucut kan itu. Udah tahu.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Please have your seat because in a short minute, in a few minutes, we will start a SATO business launch. Thank you in advance. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, please pay your attention. In a few minutes, we will start the SATO business launch. So please have your seat because in a few minutes, we will start this very special event, SATO business launch. Bagi rekan-rekan yang masih berada di area foyer, dimohon untuk dapat memasuki area ballroom karena dalam waktu yang tidak lama lagi kita akan memulai rangkaian acara SATO Business Launch. Untuk itu kepada Anda yang masih berada di area foyer untuk memasuki area ballroom. Terima kasih atas perhatiannya. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Please have your seats because in a few minutes we will start the SATO Business Lunch in Shangri-La, Jakarta. Once again, please pay your attention, ladies and gentlemen. Please have your seats because in a few minutes we will start the SATO Business Lounge. Bagi para hadirin sekalian, rekan-rekan mohon perhatiannya untuk dapat menempati tempat duduk Anda karena sesaat lagi kita akan memulai acara kita yaitu Sato Business Lounge. Dimohon kerjasamanya dan terima kasih atas perhatiannya. Kita akan memulai acara ini sesaat lagi. All right, ladies and gentlemen, please give a big round of applause for Sato Business Lounge. All right, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning to all of you, especially for government, international organization, NGO, business partners, and also the medias. And a very warm welcome to all of you. And it is our pleasure to host you today. And it is an honor for me, Erzan Ameira, who will assist you as a master of ceremony. Welcome to Shangri-La Hotel Jakarta for the business launch of SATO, part of Lixil, and look forward to taking you through an informative and engaging afternoon. Baiklah hadirin sekalian, selamat pagi dan selamat datang tentunya khususnya kepada rekan-rekan dari pemerintahan, kemudian organisasi internasional, dan tidak lupa kami juga turut menyapa rekan-rekan dari NGO dan juga para rekan-rekan bisnis serta rekan-rekan media di pagi hari ini. Dan tentunya suatu kebahagiaan bagi kami dapat bergabung bersama Anda dan tentunya saya Erzan Ameira selaku MC di hari ini dapat memandu berjalannya acara di pagi hari ini bersama dengan Business Lounge dari SATO yang merupakan bagian dari Lixil. Dan tentunya kita akan mengetahui lebih lanjut lagi mengenai informasi-informasi yang akan disampaikan oleh rekan-rekan dari SATO maupun Lixil. Tentunya di siang hari ini yang begitu berbahagia. Dan selanjutnya hadirin sekalian, we're joined here today by the SATO and Lixil leadership team along with the partners who are making an impact in the wash sector. Dan tentunya kita dapat berkumpul di hari ini tentunya berkat gagasan dari Lixil dan juga SATO yang nantinya kita akan membahas lebih lanjut lagi mengenai pengaruh-pengaruh apa saja yang dapat diberikan oleh tim Lixil maupun tim SATO tentunya dalam industri kebersihan dan juga sanitasi. Dan sebelum kita melangkah kepada acara berikutnya, as we start for our event today, let me remind you to keep your phone in a silent mode. And if you want to take a photo, please do not use the flash. And don't forget to visit our gallery outside the room in the foyer area. And thank you in advance. Dan hadirin sekalian, tidak lupa kami mengingatkan kepada Anda apabila dalam rangkaian acara ini sudah berlangsung untuk menonaktifkan telepon genggam Anda atau dapat gunakan mode silent. Dan selanjutnya apabila ingin mengabadikan momen di hari ini, dimohon untuk tidak menggunakan flash. Dimohon pengertiannya dan tentunya kami juga mengundang kepada Anda untuk mengunjungi area galeri kami yang berada di area foyer. Terima kasih atas perhatiannya. And ladies and gentlemen, heading to our next agenda to take us through the agenda of the day. I would like to invite on stage leader Indonesia, Mr. I Gusti Ngurah Agung Kamasan. Baiklah hadirin sekalian, untuk itu selanjutnya sebelum kita melangkah ke agenda utama, izinkanlah kami untuk mengundang kepada leader Indonesia, Bapak I Gusti Ngurah Agung Kamasan untuk dapat bergabung ke atas panggung. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. I Gusti Ngurah Agung Kamasan.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera bagi kita semua. Shalom, Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, dan salam kebajikan. Selamat datang kami ucapkan kepada seluruh tamu undangan. Terima kasih atas kehadirannya karena telah menjadi bagian di hari istimewa ini untuk kami, SATO, part of Lixil. Hari ini adalah hari yang sangat membanggakan bagi kami karena sebentar lagi kami akan segera meluncurkan produk kami di Indonesia. Seluruh rangkaian acara pada hari ini telah kami siapkan secara spesial. Dan telah hadir juga di tengah-tengah kita semua tim Global SATO yang akan menemani kita semua di ruangan ini. Para tamu undangan yang kami hormati, dalam kesempatan ini izinkanlah kami untuk menjelaskan susunan acara pada hari ini. Pertama, kami akan memperkenalkan Erin Mikasker. Beliau adalah Senior Vice President Lixil dan juga CEO of SATO. Beliau akan mengajak Bapak dan Ibu sekalian untuk memahami misi SATO dan dampak seperti apa yang kami harap dapat tercipta di Indonesia. Beliau juga akan berbagi dengan kita semua akan apa yang menjadi kekuatan dan mendorong serta visi kami SATO untuk hari esok yang lebih baik. Setelah itu, kita bersama-sama akan menyaksikan video untuk lebih mengenal tentang SATO. Berikutnya kami juga turut mengundang Mr. Suguru Sakata, our leader of Asia SATO, yang akan memaparkan visi SATO di Indonesia dan peran yang dapat diambil oleh kita semua di ruangan ini untuk membuat sanitasi yang lebih aman dan mudah diakses di Indonesia. Menyambung dengan itu, beliau juga akan memperkenalkan mitra manufaktur kami di sini yang juga telah hadir di tengah-tengah kita semua, yaitu dari PT Cipta Aneka Agung. Tidak selesai sampai di situ, kami juga akan membawa Bapak dan Ibu sekalian untuk lebih dalam mengenal tentang solusi yang ditawarkan oleh SATO dengan fitur-fitur menariknya dan bagaimana solusi inovasi tersebut mengubah dunia sanitasi yang lebih aman. Bersama Mr. Daigo Ishiyama, our leader of innovation. Kami juga akan membuka sesi pertanyaan untuk para tamu undangan, dilanjutkan dengan sesi foto bersama, lalu menutup acara yang luar biasa ini dengan selebrasi dan makan siang. Demikianlah susunan acara hari ini dan kami berharap semoga acara dapat berjalan dengan baik dan interaktif, di mana kita juga berkomitmen pada diri kita juga sendiri dan negara ini untuk menciptakan hari esok yang lebih baik bersama-sama kita semua. Akhir kata, kami ucapkan terima kasih dan selamat menikmati rangkaian acara dari kami. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam, Om Santi, 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 Om.
Alright, thank you so much to Mr. Agung, and by that very comprehensive explanation, He explained about our agenda today and of course about Lixil and SATO. And we can't wait to find out more about SATO of course and its award-winning products. Dan tentunya lewat pidato yang baru saja kita saksikan, sambutan yang baru saja kita simak dari Bapak Agung, tentunya kita sudah tidak sabar ya untuk mengetahui lagi lebih lanjut bagaimana terkait dengan SATO ini sendiri yang merupakan bagian dari Lixil yang telah memenangkan berbagai penghargaan. Dan selanjutnya, hadirin sekalian, selanjutnya kita akan bersama-sama mengundang ke atas panggung yaitu Miss Erin McCusker as a Senior Vice President at Lixil and the CEO of SATO to come up the stage. So ladies and gentlemen, with that, I would like to invite on stage Miss Erin McCusker as a Senior Vice President at Lixil to come up the stage.
Great. Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us today. I'm Erin McCusker. I'm the Senior Vice President at Lixil, and I'm also the leader of SATO. I'd like to add my warm welcome to that of Agun's, and particularly to each of you for making time today, but also to our distinguished guests. To Anton Laminto, joining us from Aqualan, part of PT Chipta Anaka Agung, our manufacturing partner, our honorable representatives of the national and the local governments, and our partners, UNICEF, USAID, Water.org, and our esteemed Lixil colleagues. Thank you. It's important that we come together today and each bring our perspectives and share the work that we're doing collectively to tackle the sanitation challenge. With the launch in Indonesia today and in the Philippines last week, we are celebrating an important next step for SATO. Today's milestone is key to accelerating the impact and expanding access to affordable sanitation, which ultimately will impact the lives here in Southeast Asia. Now, SATO is a brand. It's a brand that's 10 years old and a social business and part of the family of brands that we have at Lixil. Brands such as Enax or American Standard or Toastum or Groa that are available locally. Lixil serves 1 billion people every day, solving real-life challenges with our innovative and pioneering water and housing solutions. As a global company, our purpose is very simple. We make better homes a reality for everyone, everywhere. And SATO is key for Lixil to drive towards that purpose. At SATO, we empower everyone in the world to live a better life every day and to enjoy a brighter future through our innovative sanitation and hygiene products. To date, globally, we are proud to have impacted 45 million people in 45 countries, and this is towards our bigger aim as Lixil of reaching 100 million people by the end of 2025. Now, the world has set an even more ambitious target to achieve sanitation and hygiene for all by 2030 as part of the Sustainable Development Goals. Although a lot has been achieved, we acknowledge there is still a lot of work to do. Here in Indonesia, as of 2020, more than 13 million people, or 11% of the population, still defecate in the open. Almost 4 million people have unimproved toilets, costing them the dignity and risking their safety and their health. Looking at impact on children and women in particular, nearly 20% of the pre-primary and the secondary schools have no sanitation services. Now, many of you in the room may be familiar with these numbers already, but every time I hear these numbers, I think about the households and the individuals, and those that every morning, instead of walking across the room or down a hall to a water closet, struggle to find a safe way to access their basic human right to sanitation. Over the years, Lixil and SATO has been investing in projects to test and to innovate sanitation and hygiene solutions here in Indonesia. As you'll hear more about later today from Daigo Ishiyama, we continue to invest in innovation and expand it. SATO today offers a diverse range of products that address local needs, and we make them affordable and accessible. From our single direct pit solution, the SATO Pan, which we launched in 2013, we've expanded to offer the iTrap, which we showcased outside, to create offset solutions. And this enables safely managed sanitation. Our portfolio that we're launching today here in Indonesia features these offset systems, and it has our SATO Pan as well as our SATO Stool, which not only creates an option for consumers that may be aligned with that preference, but it's an inclusive choice for children, elderly, and the disabled. These complete solutions that we're launching today and complementing our partner Aqualon's portfolio enable us to meet the needs together of the rural and peri-urban communities and accelerate solving sanitation challenges in households, schools, and institutions. We're here today to move from projects to launching and investing in a full brand for SATO with locally produced and commercially available sanitation solutions. We're here to invest in those partnerships that are necessary to accelerate access to sanitation. It will fill the gaps as we move together towards safely managed sanitation for all. I am grateful to our new local manufacturing partner, Aqualon, for joining us on this journey and for working alongside us to make sure that these products are available and affordable. For UNICEF, our unique Make a Splash partnership, which has prioritized Indonesia, where we're partnering to deliver on the game plan for safely managed sanitation and will deliver direct impact in partnership with government. And for the Indonesian government, we're here as a partner to give you the tools and to work with you to develop the tools to close the gaps and achieve our shared vision of safe sanitation. Together is the only way that we will achieve this accelerated success. And as I look around the diversity of the private sector, the public sector, our development partners at local, national, and even global levels, this is the team working together to do that. And so thank you for coming here today. Thank you for being part of this vision. And I look forward to coming back on this stage and celebrating our successes together. Thank you.
Thank you so much to Miss Erin McCusker for your remarks. Dan hadirin sekalian, tentunya dalam kesempatan tadi, Miss Erin juga menyampaikan bahwa beberapa waktu lalu telah melakukan launching di Filipina dan juga hari ini di Indonesia. Dan tentunya milestone di hari ini dapat memberikan memudahkan akses bagi seluruh masyarakat untuk mendapatkan sanitasi yang baik, mudah dijangkau dan juga dapat terjangkau dari segi cost dan lain sebagainya. Dan selanjutnya dari sanitasi yang terjangkau ini dan juga yang mudah diakses ini, besar harapannya juga dapat memberikan pengaruh yang baik bagi dunia sanitasi ataupun kebersihan di Indonesia maupun di seluruh dunia. Tentunya hal ini dapat dicapai dengan kolaborasi yang baik juga dengan berbagai elemen seperti pemerintahan atau government dan tentunya dengan rekan-rekan NGO seperti UNICEF dan lain sebagainya. Dan tentunya juga ini tidak dapat berdiri sendiri dan tentunya telah dilakukan berbagai tes dan juga riset untuk hasilnya nanti dapat memberikan produk yang mumpuni juga tentunya sesuai dengan kebutuhan masyarakat di Indonesia untuk mendapatkan sanitasi yang lebih baik ke depannya. Dan tentunya beliau juga berterima kasih atas kehadiran kita semua di hari ini agar kita dapat mengikuti rangkaian acara dengan baik. Dan selanjutnya hadirin sekalian, with those steering ideas, I would like to request to you to pay your attention to the big screen at the other side of this stage, and we will show you to celebrate the momentous occasion with a short launch film. So ladies and gentlemen, hadirin sekalian, sesaat lagi kita akan bersama-sama menyaksikan sebuah tayangan video berikut ini. Dimohon untuk kita palingkan pandangan kita sejenak ke arah big screen yang tersedia untuk menyaksikan video berikut ini. So ladies and gentlemen, please enjoy this video. Baik, luar biasa. Boleh sekali lagi kita berikan tepuk tangan untuk SATO. Lewat video yang baru saja kita saksikan tadi, ini juga sekaligus melengkapi informasi yang tadi sudah disampaikan oleh Miss Erin ya. Tentunya bagaimana SATO ini dapat menjadi sebuah produk yang dapat menjadi solusi di dunia sanitasi maupun kebersihan. And ladies and gentlemen, heading to our next agenda, I would like to invite Mr. Suguru Sakata as a leader Asia of SATO to come up the stage. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Suguru Sakata.
Good morning and welcome everyone. I'm Suguru Sakata, leader SATO Asia. It's a pleasure to be here today. So in the beginning, Erin, thank you for setting this stage and highlighting our success we achieved so far. Also, we had a good opportunity in this Indonesia. So Asia is a very important place for SATO. We have started our journeys in 2013, and our initial product is available and also developed. So today, we are set to write a new chapter by entering this promising new market of Indonesia with Aqualon teams. Thank you, Anton, for this support. So SATO, we offers a diverse line of the affordable, durable, and innovative product in the market. We do this through our make, sell, and use approach. So what is a SATO make, sell, and use approach? As Erin mentioned, we make in local, and most of the SATO products are tailored in local needs. In 2019, we came to the Indonesia, and I visited more than 5 places to explore the market with my colleagues. In Tangerang, we visited a fisherman's place. There was no sewer connections, and it's very limited access to water because water level is too high. And people need to spend some money for purchasing the waters. During our research sessions, we conducted seven places in Java Island and also Palembang. We collected more than 148 people's feedback to develop our product. So in this research was really successful. We got a good insight from each users. So one of the users requested us, we need a product that we can use in the house, which need more water conservation technologies. So today, we brought two new products in this market, which is a very efficient water solutions. Of course, this is not only our effort. From the energy partners and other manufacturer partners, we got a good insight and we developed to fit with this local market. This is our first make. Also, second, sale and use. We partner with local manufacturers because we don't have a capacity to distribute the product. So we asked a partnership with a local manufacturer to distribute the product, and people can use it. This to sustain the sanitation economy, to create employment opportunities. Also, we can develop the product continuously. This is our sell and use in locals. So this make, sell, and use make a strong availability is possible in the market. So people can buy, people can compare with the existing product and SATO. That's why for this make and sell are important for this SATO business approach. So today we launched a two product lineup. Also, you can see some upcoming product. So with the PAM plus iTrap system, prices are 250,000 rupees. And Stool plus iTrap system is 450,000 rupees. Also, we will start from the Bakassi, Jakarta, Medan, and Surabaya, and also Central Javas. So I have a very strong confidence to deliver our product to the users. However, I want to reinforce, this is not the a final solutions. SATO is looking for the partner who can get our product and support the delivery who need it the most as quickly as possible. So who is the people? It's you in the room who can support us and achieve the goal together. Yeah. So I'd like to invite Anton on the stage. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera bagi kita semua. Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, dan salam kebajikan. Terima kasih saya ucapkan kepada SATO atas undangan dan kesempatan ini diberikan kepada PT Cipta Aneka Agung untuk memberikan sambutan pada momen bersejarah ini. Saya ucapkan selamat datang juga kepada seluruh tamu undangan, awak media yang sudah menyempatkan waktunya untuk hadir pada acara spesial hari ini. Saya, Anton Laminto, sebagai Direktur dari PT Cipta Aneka Agung, sangat bersemangat atas meluncurkan SATO di Indonesia. Karena kami yakin produk-produk SATO seperti SATO Universal iTrap, Orisapen, dan juga Stool mampu memberikan dampak yang positif, nyata bagi perkembangan sanitasi dan higienisnya di Indonesia. Bapak Ibu sekalian, PT Cipta Aneka Agung yang mengusung merek Aqualon akan selalu berkomitmen menjaga kualitas produk serta kepuasan pelanggan kami. Terutama yang paling penting dalam kerjasamanya dengan SATO. Kami berasa sangat terhormat karena dipilih menjadi partner untuk manufaktur SATO di Indonesia. Kami meyakinkan kerjasamanya ini yang terbaik karena SATO telah memenangkan berbagai penghargaan, salah satunya the Red Dot Design Award dan Deputy Chief Award dari Jepang SDG Award. Mencapaikan ini pastikan menjadi wujud dari prinsip SATO dalam menciptakan pengalaman sanitasi yang menyenangkan dan terjangkau. Sehingga konsumen diharapkan mendapatkan atas kehidupan yang lebih sehat dan nyaman. Bapak Ibu yang saya hormati, solusi yang dihadirkan SATO merupakan contoh yang baik dalam memberikan solusi sederhana, namun berdampak luas. Kami bangga bisa menambahkan rangkaian produk sanitasi dan kebersihan yang inovatif dan terjangkau di dalam portfolio kami, melayani lebih banyak konsumen dan menciptakan banyak mata yang terbuka di negara ini. Kita, Cipta Aneka Agung, sangat bersemangat menyambut kerjasamanya ini. Dan saya juga welcome Miss Erin yang dari luar negeri datang ke kita untuk cari waktunya, Lixil, dan juga tim yang dari Jepang, dan juga dari India. Saya semangat untuk kerjasamanya ini dan tidak sabar untuk mulai perkenalkan produk-produk SATO ke pasar Indonesia. Dan saya juga terakhir menyampaikan untuk terima kasih untuk audiensinya ke semua hari ini yang mengimpakkan ke seluruh Indonesia dan juga ke masyarakat. Akhir kata, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Om.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Terima kasih kepada Bapak Anton yang telah menyampaikan informasinya. Dan tentunya tadi juga lewat informasi yang sudah disampaikan oleh Suguru Sang bahwa di hari ini tentunya Lixil dan juga SATO merupakan produk yang inovatif dan pastinya produk yang inovatif ini juga menjadi solusi bagi sanitasi dan juga kebersihan di lingkungan Indonesia. Tentunya melengkapi juga beberapa statement yang telah disampaikan oleh Miss Erin tadi dan tentunya berlatar belakang dari memudahkan akses terhadap air ataupun kebersihan di beberapa wilayah-wilayah tertinggal yang ada di Indonesia tentunya akan menjadi sebuah solusi bagi mereka yang memiliki keterbatasan untuk mengakses produk-produk tersebut dan juga kebersihan di lingkungan sekitarnya. Dan tentunya kita juga memiliki beberapa dua produk baru yang bisa Anda saksikan sendiri di depan kita ini dan juga dapat Anda lihat juga lebih detail mengenai penjelasannya di area gallery yang berada di area foyer kita. Dan tentunya produk-produk ini juga merupakan langkah konkret yang begitu nyata dari Lixil maupun SATO untuk dapat mewujudkan sanitasi ataupun kebersihan yang mencakup seluruh kalangan khususnya bagi mereka yang tertinggal sebab sanitasi ini ataupun kebersihan merupakan bagian dari hak seluruh masyarakat di belahan dunia manapun. Dan tentunya untuk distribusi dari SATO ini sendiri sudah mencakup beberapa wilayah di Indonesia seperti halnya Bekasi, kemudian Jakarta, Surabaya, Medan, dan juga beberapa wilayah yang ada di Jawa Tengah atau Central Java. Dan selanjutnya juga tadi sudah disampaikan juga oleh Bapak Anton. Mr. Anton said that he coming from PT Cipta Agung as one of manufacturer partners of these products of SATO business, and he really thankful to everyone who's coming here, who's joined us today to give in the information and many more. And he really sure that this product is a one-off solution for to give in a useful impact, a big impact for the sanitation world and also for the waste sector. And they had a commitment to keep the quality product, to keep the high quality product for SATO, especially as a business partner, to make this product can develop and can be distributed well. And of course, we also have achieved so many achievements, for example, SDG awards and many more. And it is one of the real action. It is a proof that this product can be used or can give a big impact, a useful impact, a positive impact to the world, especially for Indonesia. And next, ladies and gentlemen, all right, next, ladies and gentlemen, heading to our next agenda, we would now like to share with you some of the impact that SATO has already made Indonesia through our partners. Firstly, we would like to introduce Kananandar from UNICEF Indonesia. Dan selanjutnya hadirin sekalian, terimalah kehadiran Kananandar dari UNICEF Indonesia. Please welcome Kananandar.
Assalamualaikum, selamat pagi ibu-ibu dan bapak-bapak. Maaf saya tidak bisa bicara bahasa lancar. So I'll speak in English, so please forgive me for that. You know, I lost the 1 year because of COVID. Otherwise I could have maybe talked better bahasa, so sorry for that. Maaf. Eric McCusker, Senior Vice President, Lixil and CEO of Lixil and SATO. Pa Suguru, the Asia Head. Pa Anton, Director PT Cipete Agung. Our friends from USAID and Water.org. Our honorable representatives from the various ministries, government NGO partners, private sector. I'm really happy to see this room really full of people. That is a good sign for sanitation, because sanitation is always an area where private sector is not that interested in. So I'm happy to see that Lixil has been able to mobilize this vast number of private sector people here today. So it is really good omen for the sanitation sector in Indonesia. So I would like to start with congratulating Lixil for launching SATO business in Indonesia. This is coming in Indonesia at the right time, as Indonesia steps up its ambition to eliminate open defecation by 2028 instead of 2030. At the same time, Indonesia also positions itself to accelerate access to safely managed sanitation and hygiene in the country. Last year, we had the good fortune of working very closely with the Ministry of Health to get the National Open Defecation Free Roadmap and the Hand Hygiene for All Roadmap launched last year. So that clearly signals the government's determination to make hand washing a reality for all and also make open defecation oblivious. So I think it's a lot of efforts in this direction. Understanding that we have a lot of private sector here, so I would like to also talk about some of the business sense. I heard from Erin talk about children, so it's very nice, so I would not repeat. So I think sanitation affects everyone, and of course it has a much more impact on the children. We did a study last year with the Ministry of Health and with Bapanas. There were two interesting studies. One is the study on safely managed sanitation market study, and the other one on hand hygiene market assessment. This was just to get an idea about what is the business opportunity for private sector to really invest in this area. Because we know that if we are to achieve SDG 6 targets for Indonesia, it is not possible with government funding alone. Last year, the safely managed sanitation roadmap that is currently near finalization, it estimates something to the tune of $18 billion for Indonesia to reach 30% safely managed sanitation access by 2030. So this is quadrupling, this is tripling the current rate of progress from 10% to 30%. This itself requires $18 billion. Safely managed sanitation access by 2030 is about 100% access. We are not even there. We are just talking about 30%. And this 30% itself costs $18 billion. And this cannot come from government budget alone. It has to come from a lot of contributions from all of us. And this is where I think private sector need to play a big role. So that's why these assessments we did last year to get an understanding. And we found that the on-site sanitation market in Indonesia is estimated to be about $6 billion over a 5-year period starting 2020. So of course, if we look into better solutions, higher levels of services, if you look across variety of sectors and better solutions, I'm sure the opportunities are much higher. Similarly, the hand hygiene market assessment talked about a business opportunity of about $3 billion by 2025. So these are very initial estimates. We are not talking even about the multiplier effect. We are just talking about the direct business opportunity for private sector to invest in on-site sanitation and hand hygiene, basic. And if you look at higher levels of services, then we can see when you talk about water conservation or higher levels of sanitary ware, the opportunities are much higher. So globally, UNICEF has a partnership with LIXIL as part of the Make a Splash initiative that covers 6 countries. And these 6 countries are really big countries in terms of their sanitation challenges. It includes countries like Kenya, Nigeria, Tanzania, Ethiopia, India, and I'm happy that Indonesia is now part of this initiative. So this gives us an opportunity to really closely work with LIXIL to identify innovative and affordable climate resilient solutions to the challenges in Indonesia. In fact, Indonesia has made good progress. If you really look at from 2000 to 2020, more than 100 million people have gained access to toilets. But what has happened is that has not really translated into better public health because of several challenges. Either desludging is not happening, or the septic tanks are not properly designed, or toilets are leaking. So that's where I think the opportunity is there. That's where Indonesia is not making the progress in terms of either malnutrition or stunting. And I think that's where I think private sector can really play a good role, and LIXIL can really play a very important role in finding innovative solutions, working with all of us. Our collaboration with LIXIL in Indonesia actually started in 2021, where we had the opportunity to partner to promote hand hygiene during the COVID pandemic. And the use of SATO tap during that exercise proved to be really good example of innovation, which could be easily transported. We also got some good testimonials from the school. For example, the teachers told us how excited the children were when they were using the SATO tap. So children were very much excited, very animated, and it facilitated group hand washing. So you can bring children together, have the SATO taps, and children can be seen actively engaged in proper hand washing. So we found that SATO tap played a good role in engendering child interest. We also saw that it was a good way to promote proper hand washing practices by sanitarians who can easily take the SATO tap, go around communities, go into Puskesmas, talk in the health facilities or different areas. So this is also another thing we noticed. We also saw that it's a good solution for water scarce areas, especially where water is lacking. Of course, I'm sure, as Pa Suguru mentioned, that it's not only about these existing products, but it's also about partnering and finding maybe newer solutions to specific Indonesian challenges. Because Indonesia doesn't lack water. Mostly Indonesia has good water across the country. So maybe some adaptation in existing solutions could actually fill the gap. So I think that I see that as a good possibility. Also, I would like to mention in one of the event we had the deputy vice governor of NTT, and he was also quite interested, and he really supported the, 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 the transportation, the distribution of SATO tap, and also the promotion of hand hygiene. So clearly he was very much present there and he was really interested. So we can see that definitely there is a demand for products, there's a need. I would like to talk a little bit on the current initiative that we have as part of the Make a Splash initiative. This initiative is helping Indonesia to catalyze scaling up of safely managed sanitation in Indonesia by finding innovative and affordable solutions through private sector engagement being led by Lexil. So we have 4 areas as part of the contribution. First deals with understanding the situation of public markets. Second deals with creating an ecosystem, one-stop shop, where people can find affordable solutions to sanitation challenges. The third one looks at developing technological solutions. For example, I'm happy to see that the collaboration with Pak Agung has already started, looking in the area of septic tank, which is one of the big challenges in Indonesia. Hopefully we'll be able to find more creative solutions that suit every Indonesian in any part of the country. Because Indonesia is an archipelago, has wide-ranging challenges. You have mountainous areas, you have coastal areas, you have flooded areas, you have dry areas. So I think it provides a good opportunity to really tap in all these challenges and find appropriate solutions. And the last one deals with more to do with the financing. So these are the 4 areas. I just want to maybe share some updates that we have. In terms of the public market sanitation models in public market, the study, we found that the initial study showed that almost 50% of the public markets that were surveyed in big provinces had 50% of them were lacking in proper sanitation facilities, nearly 30% lacking in hand hygiene. And also during the interactions with the local government, it was very clear that there were a lot of opportunities for business to engage in. Traditionally, the thinking of the local government has been only to engage private sector in these sludging services. But that discussion also found opportunity in terms of private sector contributing to sanitation solutions to public markets, maybe affordable technical options, and also performance-based contracts. So these are something that has come up new. And this is just, we are touching the surface. The other thing I want to talk about is a one-stop shop, which is also work very, very well in progress. And as part of that, we are creating a digital ecosystem, which brings together the suppliers, the private sector, the banks, microfinance institutions, together so that people can have access to affordable loans. And I think this is also very important because if Indonesia has to accelerate its access to safely managed sanitation, we need to have people to have proper sanitation facilities, especially in terms of septic tanks, more durable septic tanks, more climate resilient septic tanks, which currently are lacking. And because of that, a study shows that 70% of the water is contaminated by E. coli because of such poor septic tanks that currently exist. So so we would like to provide the opportunity under the Lixil partnership. There's an opportunity for poor people to have access to affordable loans so that they can upgrade the facilities, which will have an impact in terms of Indonesia's moving up on safely managed sanitation. The third one is in terms of the financing. With Bakasi, things are going very well in terms of getting also the banks together. So these are other area. We hope to share more progress, as Erin mentioned. Maybe in the next time when we meet, it will be not about introduction, but about sharing successes and good examples. And I'm sure not only as UNICEF, but I'm sure many more partners will share the dais and be able to share and reflect on some good stories from Indonesia. Lastly, just want to say that the example of Lixil investing in Indonesia actually is a good example. And this is something we have been working with the government to really push. And I have a strong feeling that maybe with Lixil's entry, the sanitation market will really expand. I have seen this in the case of Nigeria, where I happened to be there in the past. So Nigeria is also a big country, with about 180 million people, also similar challenges. And at one point of time, as Nigeria was trying to accelerate its access, elimination of open defecation, they really faced challenges with the sanitation, what do you call the toilets that were currently there, the ceramic ones. It was quite challenging. But I think the launch of the SATO pan that really helped push sanitation marketing in Nigeria. And I hope that a similar thing happens and we can see more such innovations taking place, and really the septic tanks and also various different solutions, they really pick up speed. I think in Indonesia, Nigeria, it is about speed. Investing in sanitation is actually investing in future. And as Indonesia hosts the World Water Forum in next year, 2024, I hope that more and more private sector contributes to the sanitation space, and I'm sure we will have something solid to share by Indonesia at the World Water Forum, where more than 10,000 participants all over the globe are expected to be there. So, terima kasih banyak. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much to Mr. Kananandar from UNICEF as the head of program Water, Sanitation, and Hygiene. Tentunya lewat informasi yang tadi disampaikan juga, beliau berterima kasih atas kehadiran kita semua di hari ini yang telah meluangkan waktu, dan juga tidak lupa ia menyampaikan bahwa betapa pentingnya peranan SATO dan juga beberapa produk-produk yang ada di sini dalam mengembangkan dunia kebersihan maupun sanitasi. Sebab mengingat beberapa negara-negara yang telah dilakukan penelitian dan juga riset dan telah dikunjungi, seperti beberapa negara seperti Nigeria, kemudian India, Tanzania, bahkan Indonesia dan lain sebagainya, ini merupakan memiliki permasalahan sanitasi maupun kebersihan yang cukup serius. Namun dengan seiring berjalannya waktu, Indonesia justru memiliki peningkatan yang cukup baik dan juga percepatan yang begitu baik juga dengan akselerasinya. Dan selain itu juga beberapa partnership yang telah dilakukan oleh UNICEF ini, termasuk dengan Lixil ini, juga mendapatkan peranan menjadikan Indonesia ini sebuah negara yang juga dapat berpotensi untuk meningkatkan kualitas kebersihan sanitasi, mengingat juga beberapa masalah-masalah yang dapat timbul apabila sanitasi yang dihadirkan di suatu wilayah ini kurang baik, maka dapat memicu sebuah atau bermacam-macam permasalahan kesehatan seperti halnya stunting atau gizi buruk, pencemaran air dan sebagainya, dan merupakan suatu solusi, yaitu produk-produk seperti SATO ini yang dapat menghadirkan atau yang dapat memberikan sanitasi yang baik di beberapa wilayah di Indonesia. Sebab seperti yang disampaikan oleh Sagurusang juga tadi, bahwa beliau menyinggung sedikit statement dari Sagurusang bahwa Indonesia ini sebetulnya memiliki sumber daya air yang baik. Namun mungkin pengolahan dari sanitasinya ini sendiri butuh penanganan yang lebih spesifik dan juga lebih advance, sehingga produk ini menjadi sebuah solusi juga untuk menghadirkan suatu sanitasi atau menghadirkan kebersihan yang mudah dijangkau oleh masyarakat luas. Dan tentunya juga dengan di tahun 2024 ini juga beliau berharap sektor sanitasi di Indonesia dapat berkembang lebih baik lagi, tentunya dengan dukungan dari berbagai pihak, termasuk salah satu solusi yang diberikan oleh SATO, yaitu sebuah produk yang dapat memberikan angin segar bagi dunia sanitasi. Baiklah, selanjutnya kita akan melangkah ke agenda berikutnya, ladies and gentlemen. Next, I would like to bring on stage Mr. Hariri Abdul Kahar as a partnership account manager from water.org. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Hariri Abdul Kahar.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat siang hadirin semua. Yang saya hormati pimpinan Lixil SATO Global, Pak Suguru, kemudian ada Pak Anton dari Aqualon, teman-teman dari UNICEF, Pak Kanan, kemudian ada dari IWOS, ada Bu Tri dan Bu Alifah, kemudian partner kami di sini ada dari PNM yang mewakili dan dari BKK Purwodadi, dan beserta para tamu undangan sekalian. Terima kasih kami ucapkan kepada Liksil SATO yang telah memberikan kesempatan bagi kami dari Water.org untuk dapat memberikan sedikit testimoni gitu ya, atau pesan-pesan di acara launching produk SATO ini. Izinkan saya mewakili dari Water.org Indonesia karena kebetulan pada saat yang bersamaan pimpinan kami tidak dapat hadir di acara ini karena memang ada agenda lain gitu yang mungkin harus hadir di agenda tersebut gitu. Sebelumnya kami mewakili dari Water.org Indonesia ingin mengucapkan selamat kepada Liksil gitu atas peluncuran produk SATO dan juga kerjasama dengan Aqualon nanti mungkin sebagai manufacturer untuk di Indonesia untuk peluncuran dari produk SATO tersebut. Mungkin kami juga ingin mengucapkan terima kasih kepada Liksil atas kerjasama dan kolaborasi selama ini dengan Water.org Indonesia. Mungkin para hadirin sekalian sedikit kita ingin memperkenalkan diri terlebih dahulu. Water.org ini adalah lembaga nirlaba. Kami memang di sini bekerja di Indonesia dimulai dari tahun 2014 bagaimana kami untuk dapat memberikan semacam pendampingan kepada partner kami yaitu terutama partner lembaga keuangan mikro untuk dapat mengembangkan produk pembiayaan atau produk kredit mikro air bersih sanitasi. Kerjasama yang telah kita lakukan saat ini dengan partner-partner lembaga keuangan itu mungkin sudah lebih kurang 30 lembaga keuangan. Nah itu salah satunya ada partner kami di sini ada BKK Purwodadi, kemudian ada PT Permodalan Nasional Madani seperti itu. Nah mungkin flashback sedikit, kami ingin menyampaikan kolaborasi kami sebenarnya dengan SATO itu sudah dimulai semenjak dengan Liksil ya, terutama dengan produk SATO itu sudah dimulai di tahun 2019. Itu kita saat itu piloting di terutama di Pulau Jawa itu di Jawa Barat, kemudian di Jawa Tengah dan di Jawa Timur. Nah saat itu kami memang piloting, kita Water.org di sini tidak bekerja langsung ke masyarakat, tapi kita bekerja selalu melewati dari lembaga keuangan mikro, bagaimana nanti teman-teman lembaga keuangan mikro bisa memprovide kredit mikro air bersih sanitasi kepada masyarakat prasejahtera khususnya gitu ya. Nah partnership yang sudah kita lakukan itu atau kolaborasi sudah kita lakukan dengan SATO, kita sudah memberikan ya, mempiloting atau menginstalasi gitu ya, menginstalasi toilet SATO sebanyak 1000 itu terutama ada di BKK Purwodadi gitu ya, ada Bu Anita Bu ya, kemudian di Komida, kebetulan Komida adalah partner koperasi kami, kemudian di situ juga ada BMT NU dan BMT Al Idrisiyah, total ada 1000. Hasil dari yang kami dapatkan gitu ya, hasil atau dampak dari produk SATO sendiri yang sudah kita piloting dengan partner-partner kami ini mendapatkan dampak yang cukup positif gitu. Kenapa? Karena memang produk SATO ini atau toilet SATO ini dari teman-teman dari mitra kami di lembaga keuangan menyampaikan bahwa ini produk cukup ringkas gitu, cukup compact karena produk ini bisa dibawa dan mudah untuk diinstalasi, itu yang pertama. Yang kedua tadi memang produk ini karena ada teknologi yang ditawarkan yaitu teknologi yang bisa hemat air gitu ya, hemat air. Nah ini sehingga sangat membantu masyarakat gitu untuk terutama masyarakat yang berada di wilayah-wilayah yang krisis air gitu. Nah mungkin kami berharap gitu ya dari Water.org itu terutama ke depan itu kolaborasi dengan Liksil atau dengan SATO ini bisa tetap terus berlanjut gitu ya Pak Suguru, harapan kami Pak Agung. Kenapa? Karena memang Water.org sendiri di sini pada saat kita bekerja sama dengan teman-teman lembaga keuangan kita juga memberikan solusi alternatif kepada teman-teman lembaga keuangan. Kenapa? Karena kan kalau teman-teman lembaga keuangan ini kan mindset mereka adalah bagaimana menjual uang gitu ya wanita. Mereka tidak berpikir bagaimana ada teknologi yang tepat guna. Nah ini SATO ini sebagai salah satu alternatif teknologi karena kita sadari bahwa kalau tadi berbicara tentang toilet yang hemat air, banyak wilayah-wilayah operasional dari partner kami ini di wilayah-wilayah yang krisis air gitu. Contoh mungkin seperti di Gerobokan ya Bu Anita, ada beberapa wilayah di kecamatan itu memang sumber airnya terbatas. Nah mungkin nanti kalau berbicara dengan partner kami yang lebih sifatnya nasional itu PNM, ada Mas Agus di sini mewakili, itu di jangkauannya Indonesia ya, Agus ya PNM, itu terutama di wilayah NTT, mungkin di wilayah yang saya NTT lah terutama, itu toilet SATO ini bisa menjadi salah satu alternatif gitu untuk penyediaan toilet. Jadi ke depan kami sih sebenarnya berharap gitu ya nanti dengan adanya launching produk ini, apalagi saat ini kan sudah bisa diproduksi lokal ya di Indonesia, ya mudah-mudahan harganya bisa kompetitif gitu ya, pricingnya bisa kompetitif sehingga kami nanti akan kita mungkin Water.org di sini bukan sebagai pengguna langsung gitu ya terhadap toilet ini, tapi kita bisa nanti mungkin menjembatani untuk memperkenalkan gitu ya teknologi toilet SATO ini kepada partner-partner kami, terutama partner-partner lembaga keuangan. Karena memang kami sadari bahwa dengan semakin banyaknya varian atau variasi produk di lembaga keuangan atau penyedia partner kami itu, maka pilihan itu juga semakin banyak di masyarakat. Mungkin itu aja yang dapat saya sampaikan. Demikian dapat kami sampaikan. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Terima kasih kepada Bapak Hariri Abdul Kahar dari Water.org yang telah menyampaikan kata sambutannya dan juga mewakili kehadiran dari Head of Water.org. And these remarks had a content that he really thankful to everyone who's coming here, especially from Lixil and from SATO team, and also for all of the guests here. And he really sorry that Head of Water.org cannot attend this very special occasion. And he also congratulating to Lixil for product launch today. And he really thankful for your collaboration with Water.org. And next, he also said that Water.org is one of an NGO and had given a mentoring to the micro business and 30 financial organization. And next, he said also that he also joined to collaborating with Lixil since 2019 as a piloting project in West Java, Central Java, East Java, and many others province or many others district in Indonesia. And they also had a collaboration with build 1,000 toilets in Purwadadi, and it really give a good impact, a positive impact. Why? Because by using the SATO, it is a really compact product and easy to use, easy to install, so it can accessible to many districts in Indonesia. And hopefully, lastly, hopefully this product can be competitive in the market, so everyone can use this really good product. All right, ladies and gentlemen, next, heading to our next agenda to tell you more about these award-winning solutions and how they poised to make a sanitation safer, more affordable and better for people of Indonesia. I would like to invite Mr. Daigo Ishiyama as a leader innovation of SATO and the creator and the brain behind this innovative product. Untuk itu hadirin sekalian, marilah bersama-sama kita undang Daigo Ishiyama. Please come up to stage.
Thank you. Good morning, welcome. I hope you're excited as I am about these products we're launching for Indonesia. Yes, I want to take you through about the products, obviously, but the journey it took us, it took to get us here. We started this journey 10 years ago, as some of you might know, and we started in Bangladesh. But before I go there, let me ask you, if someone asked you to make a toilet that would end open defecation, solve this global toilet crisis, and help achieve SDG 6, what would you do? Yeah, that's what I said too. I said, oh boy, I have no clue. I have no idea. So when we started this journey, we really started with a blank sheet. We didn't know we weren't experts in this field, so we learned every step of the way. So 10 years ago, I went to this really rural part of Bangladesh. And so people are open defecating or making a latrine but not using the latrine and slipping back to open defecation. Why? I needed to understand this, right? So I still remember when I walked into this latrine for the first time in Bangladesh. So I opened the door, and the first thing I noticed was the stench, was the smell of this raw human feces, right? So I go in, it's dark, it was during the day, but no lighting, and it's kind of dark. And you see this black hole in the ground, right? And so you're hit with this stench, and the smell goes right to your head, and woof, right, like this. So I said, let me experience this, right? Let me just squat for a while. So I was like this, squatting. The stench is coming up. The flies are just kind of flying everywhere. Some cockroach-looking things are just kind of crawling on the ground. And so I was there for like 3 minutes. Normally, at least for me, it took like, that time to just kind of end my business. So I was there. So at the end, I was, okay, I got it. I know why people are open defecating or not using their latrine. I mean, this is not a pleasant experience, right? So to me, this hole in the ground where you see the human feces, where you see the fly larvae, just moving around. Kids can't use it because they're afraid of this, this little hole, this dark hole. So essentially, what it was is just like a hole in the ground, like this. They didn't have a nice pan like this. It was just basically a hole in the ground, or sometimes they did have this really thin plastic pan that kind of looks like this, not as nice. I designed this after all, so I'm kind of biased, right? But anyway, so it was a hole like this. I said, so okay, let's close this hole, right? Separate the human feces from the human environment, right? So that's what I said. But if you think about it, it needs to open when the poop goes in or when you flush with a little bit of water, right? So it stays closed, but it needs to open when it needs to, right? How do you do that? Right? So I have a lot of stuff in here. So what we did was we designed this pan with these two tabs that you can attach what we call a flap door. So this one, I have a little cement in here as counterweight, and by snapping this door into this, you have this automatic close mechanism, right, that works with gravity. The gravity is just pushing, so as long as there's gravity, this product would work. It would stay closed unless something happens, right? Right? So when you poop, I have a poop here. This poop, right? So when the poop goes down, right, it would fall down and close immediately afterwards, right? So it would stay closed, right? So this really was the start of the SATO journey. So by doing this, the smell won't come up, right? The insects can't access the human feces. It can breed, right? And it can fly out and infect the human environment, like the food or the touch kid's hand, and infect the whole community, right? So it really was a big game changer, this door, right? So by doing so, now look at the hole. You don't see the dark, scary hole, right? So the kids are like, oh, okay, no, I can go in by myself. Like a 4-year-old, would say, oh, yeah, no, I can do this, right? So they were able to use this toilet by themselves. And so what we started seeing is people started building toilets really close to their houses because, the smell was no longer there, and they don't want to walk long distance to go to the latrine. But before, the smell was keeping them from doing that, right? So now the smell is gone. They were able to move the latrine closer to their homes, and the kids were able to use it. So everyone just kind of, were able to use it. So, so we're feeling, pretty good. We did this, right? But then one day someone said, you know what? This cement door is good and all, but sometimes I don't have cement in where I live, right? And I want this somewhere I can put my foot or feet, right? So I want a footrest on my toilet. I says, oh, okay. So let's make something, right? So the second or the next model we made was this pan, this Orissa style pan with the footrest, with the same kind of shape, with the 2 tabs, right? That would be a little more aspirational than the original model, and with a place for your feet, the footrest, right? And it's a bigger platform that it's easier to keep clean, right? And then for the cement door, we made something like this that doesn't require cement as the counterweight. And guys, what does this look like? What does this look like? Fish. Yeah, maybe, yeah, fish. Yeah, next time, we'll call you when we need to name something. Oh, bird. Yeah, see, it looks like a bird now. Kind of like a something. No. Okay. Yeah, you don't have to agree with me. So, but this we call the bird door, and we snap it in, and it works the same way. So this acts as a counterweight, right? Without needing the cement, and it opens and closes. So similarly, you drop a poop, and if one doesn't go down, there's 2, the second one, right? So I have 2 poops just in case, like this. So it works the same way. It doesn't require cement, and we provided this footrest. Right. So this was the second evolution. So at this point, we're feeling pretty good. Now we did it, right? But then one day, I said, all right, I have my parents are kind of, getting older, maybe, having this squatting, is an issue. So can we have some option that we can sit while we're defecating, right? So I said, all right, how do you do that, right? So the next model we made is something like this that you can actually sit on, right? Like this. And we put the same door attachment on the back, like this, and we did it, right? So it's the same mechanism, but now you can sit and be really comfortable if you want to be while you're defecating. So if you're like my dad, that likes to read newspaper while you're defecating, right? So then you can sit down, right? And then you can feel really comfortable, just reading a newspaper, right? Oh, look, guys, there's a bullet train from Jakarta. That's going to operate from August. So we'll need toilets everywhere, right? So that's this is the sit stool that we made. So at this point, we're like, okay, we got this, right? There's nothing more we can do. There's always more we can do. So one day, someone said, okay, yeah, I have a really good septic tank, but I can't connect any of these to my septic tank. Or I want to build an offset pit, but I can't connect any of this to my offset pit. What do you do? So I said, okay, what do you do? So the next thing we made was this, what we call an eye trap. Right? So it has these two housing parts, like this, and it's got a door inside it, kind of like all these, like all these models. So we snap this together, like this, and the two housings go together, like that. And when make one housing, that houses this trap door. Right now, then, this can attach to a pan, like this, right, like that, and it can rotate 360 degrees. So if you want the latrine to face that way, but the pit is that way, then you can aim the eye trap that way, right? And I'm sorry, I forgot to bring a pipe on stage, but the pipe can be attached here. And Aqualon makes fine pipes. We can, select from, many variations of pipe that Aqualon makes. But anyway, so this eye trap is for that. Now at this point, and also you can obviously connect to the stool too. For the stool, you need this adapter. So you use this adapter and put the stool like that, right? So like that. So then you can attach the pipe to the eye trap and lead the pipe to your pit or the septic tank, or if you have a local sewer line, you can do that. So at this point, we're talking safely managed sanitation. Right, because that's where a lot of the government, wants to go, and that's where the whole sector wants to go, and quite frankly, that's where we need to go ultimately. So that's these SKUs, with the eye trap, with the stool, or with the eye trap, with this pan, this Orisa-style pan, is what we're introducing to the Indonesian market. And we have a little video of eye trap that I want to show you to show how it works, how the installation is done. So please cue the video. Great. Yeah, so that's this little guy, the eye trap, and the name eye trap. It's not the iPhone eye trap thing. Eye trap just means an inline connection, so it's one pipe out. So if you look at our other portfolio, we have a V trap. So I's like this, V's like that, right? So the V trap is the two-pipe connection that we offer in other markets that would allow the twin-pit latrine construction to be very easy and effective. So that's where the name comes from. Okay, so the other products we have on stage, these are not yet available in the Indonesian market, but we just wanted to show you the kinds of products that we're testing in the country or in the Southeast Asia region. That if the testing yields good results, and if we can prove that these markets meet the needs of the people of Indonesia, then we might bring to the market. So the first one we want to show you is the slab. This is 1.2 meter by 800 centimeter or 80 centimeter slab. It weighs about 10 kilos. And this acts as a floor for the latrine, right? So often what takes the most time to construct and what really affects the user experience is this cleanable floor. Right, so if the cement is available, you would pour cement and make a floor, right? Sometimes if you get fancy, you would tile it and all. But it's a lot of work to construct that floor, right? So unless you have the floor, you can't put the toilet in, or you can't put the superstructure. So this is often the first thing you have to construct, and it's the critical, because you want to make it nice, you want to make it cleanable for sustained use. So this would get you that immediate floor for the latrine. It's nice and sturdy. And then you can mount these SATO products in it, like this, and it works the same way. Where's my poop? So the poop. The poop. Yeah, see, this is just tied up towel. I mean, who takes a poop like this, right? Unless you're an elephant, you don't poop like this, right? So, but anyway, the poop goes down, and then you can mount the stool on it too, like this. So it really acts as a platform to mount these SATO solutions onto, and it's immediate for humanitarian purposes. If you need to build 10,000 toilets, you can just put this down, insert the SATO products, and you have a nice toilet that would provide good user experience. So this is a slab. And the other product I wanted to mention is what Mr. Nander was referring to, this SATO tap. So during the pandemic, we worked closely with UNICEF. And if you remember, like March of 2020, there were three things said about the pandemic. Right? You have to do social distancing, wear a mask, and wash hands. Right? So we thought, okay, hand washing is part of our business. Right? So let's accelerate the development of the hand washing solution. And so we made this. So during the pandemic, this was developed during the lockdown. So I basically worked out of my garage and my basement to develop this product with my son and my wife. So what this does is it's very mobile, right? So you can just place it anywhere. So pretty much anywhere you can place a PET bottle, like this, right? You can place this unit, right? And then fill the PET bottle with water, or plastic bottle with water, and you just reverse it, right? And then with the tap of this nozzle, the water would come out, right? And then when you need to stop it, you tap the back or you lift the front, and the water would stop, right? So, and it only puts this metered amount of water out of the dispensing hole. So with this unit, you can wash hands with as little as 100 milliliters of water. Right, so again, the water saving is a critical part of our products. We make all our products so that you can use with as little amount of water as possible. And this is no different. And so, yeah, we tested this in schools. Kids love it, you know. And, you know, we have some good results to share with you today. If you can cue that video. So we've been doing testing of this tap in schools. And we have some good video that we want to share with you. So let's play that video. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. And lastly, I want to just talk a little bit about our products and how it's made with plastic. And I want to explain why. So these plastics, first off, they're not single-use plastic like this guy, right? So what's the product life of this PET bottle? You buy it, and you get maybe done in 1 day, right? So this becomes waste in 1 day. Oh, by the way, the tap uses the plastic bottles that are already in the communities, right? So the plastic bottles that are done its product life, then we give it a second life to make use, so it doesn't end up in the environment. So we're actually contributing to the reuse of plastic material. But so SATO products are made of rigid plastic, not like this single use. So it's tested to last a long time to stay in use. And also, it's made of straight up pure polypropylene material or HDPE that can easily be grinded and recycled. And we're putting in more and more recycled material as the recycled material stream become available with our partners like Aqualon to put more recycled material into our products. So, but it's really lightweight, and that goes to easy transport of products. So the country like Indonesia, I heard this the other day and it was mind-boggling, but I hear it has like more than 18,000 islands, and 6,000 islands are inhabited, right? 6,000, it's unbelievable, right? So, so this logistic challenge, for the country of Indonesia, this plastic use or plastic parts would bode well to that, to respond to that challenge. So that's why we use plastic, but we're very mindful of how we use plastic. Okay, that's it from me. I'm confident that these solutions would make a better home a reality for everyone, everywhere, for the people of Indonesia. I'll stop there. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much to Daigo-san for the explanation, such a comprehensive explanation and really, really detailed. Dan kita semua sudah melihat ya tadi melalui perjalanan yang di 10 tahun yang lalu ke Bangladesh menjadi inspirasi bagi dia untuk dapat berinovasi menghasilkan produk-produk di depan kita ini. Dan selanjutnya hadirin sekalian, inilah saatnya bagi rekan-rekan yang ingin bertanya, mungkin punya pertanyaan-pertanyaan khusus untuk tadi mengenai penjelasan mengenai SATO maupun Lixil, boleh silahkan acungkan tangan Anda atau jari Anda. We're open for Q&A session. So for everyone who has a question, and we want to re-invite to Mr. Agung to come up the stage to accompany me to Mr. Igusti Ngurah Agung Kamasan as a leader Indonesia to join us untuk juga mengakomodir pertanyaan-pertanyaan yang ada di hari ini. Mungkin rekan-rekan media ataupun rekan-rekan lainnya ada yang punya pertanyaan untuk teman-teman atau tim SATO dan juga Lixil. Boleh, silakan. Di sebelah sana mungkin untuk
boleh langsung.
To Suguru-san and Daigo-san, please join us.
Terima kasih. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Om Swastiastu. Selamat atas peluncuran produk ini. Saya melihat bahwa produk semacam ini kan sudah cukup lama beredar di Indonesia. Meski dalam ini beda bentuk dan kualitas gitu ya. Yang saya tanyakan, seberapa optimisnya SATO merebut pasar yang sudah ada ini, gitu. Mungkin bisa dijelaskan persentasenya dan berapa tahun bisa merebut pasar produk-produk sejenis. Kemudian pertanyaan kedua, kalau saya lihat struktur dan produknya yang di luar tadi, strukturnya, saya mempertanyakan apakah produk ini aman digunakan untuk orang-orang yang berpostur tubuh seperti saya gitu. Karena kalau duduk itu berat itu. Sementara itu saya lihat strukturnya nggak begitu kuat. Mungkin itu, terima kasih. Saya Nixon dari bisnisjakarta.id.
Baik, terima kasih. Mau langsung dijawab, Bapak? Oke, Oke, baik. That is a question from sir, that how optimistic SATO or Lixil team to replace the market, because this is he thinks that this is not a new product or new innovation, but how optimistic that the team to replace the market. And the second is it safe to use for the overweight people, because he have maybe an overweight or something, so is it safe for them? Thank you.
We'll take the first one.
Ya, terima kasih Bapak tadi pertanyaannya soal optimistik terhadap pasar ya. Sebenarnya gini, memang kalau kita melihat sanitasi itu orang akan beli produk itu sekali untuk mungkin seumur hidup karena dia bangun rumah atau merenovate rumah itu sekali. Tetapi kita datang tidak dengan sesuatu yang begitu-begitu saja, Pak. Artinya kita mempunyai sesuatu solusi dan teknologi yang ada di situ, sehingga kita mempunyai optimistik serta bisa menjangkau lebih dalam dan area-area tertentu. Karena dengan unique selling point kita itu kan tadi ada banyak ya, ada mulai dari water saving, safe dari serangga, insek dan segala macam, serta yang paling utama juga tadi Daigo juga menjelaskan bahwa karena kita ini negara kepulauan dan logistik itu menjadi satu tantangan. Jadi sehingga dengan bobot yang ringan, istilahnya easy to transport adalah salah satu yang kita unggulkan dalam produk ini. Demikian Pak.
Baik, terima kasih. Sudah cukup menjawab pertanyaannya.
You want to add something?
Kekuatannya bagaimana? How the strength?
What's the strength?
Strength of the product?
Yeah, so is this still working?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, the product, we do a lot of testing. I guess you're referring to the stool, you know, how strong the stool is. Yeah. Unless you're the biggest person in the world, I don't think you need to worry about the overloading of the stool. We load it to the most strict standard. This is a U.S. standard, but also in Africa, there's big, the people tend to be bigger, and in countries like Zambia, there were requests to make this compatible with the bigger population that they identified. So this is made to that standard. So you don't have to worry about overloading of products, even though they're plastic. If you think about it, the stand stool, the stools that you stand on to reach, to change light bulbs and stuff like that, is becoming more and more plastic. So the plastic with the proper ribbing and understanding of material, you don't have to worry about the overloading of plastic parts. Or this particular part, you don't have to worry about it. Thank you.
Oke, baik Bapak Nixon, sudah cukup terjawab? Cukup puas ya? Oke. Oke, baik. Tadi sedikit kesimpulannya bahwa tidak usah khawatir pokoknya, karena kecuali kalau misalkan Bapak emang orang paling besar sedunia, beratnya melebihi kapasitas orang terbesar di dunia, karena ini juga standarisasinya sudah kompleks, sudah dilalui dengan berbagai tahap ya Pak ya. Dan tentunya sudah dites juga dengan berbagai ras ataupun bobot-bobot orang-orang dengan bobot-bobot besar seperti orang masyarakat-masyarakat di belahan Afrika sana juga memang memiliki bobot tubuh yang besar begitu, dan hal tersebut sudah menjadi standarisasi mereka sehingga nggak perlu khawatir lagi, takut jebol mungkin ya Pak ya, tapi nggak usah khawatir karena memang sudah melalui berbagai tahap. Selanjutnya, next ada lagi. Oke, yang di tengah dengan Bapak siapa dari mana? Mohon maaf, nah, tim boleh diberikan mic-nya. Meja nomor 11, untuk tim meja nomor 11.
Izin Pak, saya duluan Pak.
Oh oke, baik.
My name is Rosyanto from Save the Children Indonesia. I'm the WAS expert. Two questions. One is the technical question. We have a project in Ketapang, mostly the area where high water table. Right. I'm look at the plastic with the plug and play with the clip. So my question with the plastic component where at some point get along they will get spun, right? Because of the UV system and the plastic might expand it. So I'm worried about the leaking because if you have high water table, I mean you have elevated toilet to protect the groundwater, right? Any experience or any result that you managed to avoid the leak because of the where you join the part, right? And without seal. Is that workable? Is that how you protect the groundwater from the surface if you have elevated toilet because of the high water table? The second question, Indonesia as an island, right? It will be very expensive to bring those equipment from Jakarta to area like in our project in NTT, right? Or in Papua. Is that how the SATO can support the entrepreneur youth programming to come up with a local business while you can have a royalty and then protect your knowledge, technical knowledge and supporting the community. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for that question. So the UV degradation of plastic, right? So this is a very important topic. The plastic doesn't really expand with UV degradation. It doesn't necessarily change shape. Maybe the surface, gets marred and faded over time. So the connection that happens below the ground, right? I don't think you should, we have to worry about it for leakage, over time. In Bangladesh, there's been installations where it's been in use for 10 years, and it's been, the primary function of the toilet are still intact. So we have that data point now. Depending on the abuse or the usage, things can happen. But under normal circumstances, I think the primary function of the toilet should be sustained with foreseeable use. Right, and the entrepreneur, maybe you want to take that, Suguru?
Yeah, so at first, product distribution. So SATO team is quite like a team, small teams. So that's why our business approach is to find a partner in locals. So we have aqualons, they can cover entire Indonesia. About the training, it was good learning for us during the COVID. Of course, we wanted to test the product. So we gave them good training through the Zoom. So we can use the technologies and we can provide the education in local entrepreneurs. Of course, Agun can fly sometimes and give them training for entrepreneurs. So during this COVID, not only Indonesia, but in the Philippines, we educate more than 100 entrepreneurs, including local government unit peoples. So we have these experiences. So if we can adapt through the Zoom, of course, we are happy to provide. And if we need face-to-face, of course, we can provide it. That's a way how we can give the training, the education to the entrepreneurs.
Okay, and the second question, how about the cost? Because in Indonesia is a big country with archipelago, and how to solve the cost problem to reach the several area.
Yeah, so about a cost, our product is just only pan and the eye trap. But for sanitation, so we need a septic tank and also piping, roof, wall, and entire superstructures. So now our SATO teams and Aqualon team is trying to develop the one-stop solutions, providing the septic tank, this pan, and roof and the wall together. So by one package, we are trying to provide, and this will work to reduce the price point.
Oke, next untuk meja 7 atau meja 7 dulu ya, boleh. Meja 7 boleh silakan berdiri.
Terima kasih. Terima kasih atas waktunya, saya pakai bahasa Indonesia aja. Terima kasih. Terima kasih yang terhormat Mr. Saguru, ya, Mr. Agung, ya, yang pernah datang ke tempat saya 2019 ya. Kemudian Mr. Kanan yang juga selalu melihat ke tempat saya. Saya Kun Irianto Uripan. Saya kebetulan Asosiasi Pengelola Pemberdayaan Sanitasi Indonesia. Sekarang saya sebut WC Kun Apsani. Terima kasih atas penjelasan tadi. Mr. Daigo, thank you for your explain about this product knowledge. Saya juga saya sebagai pelaku, saya juga sudah dipresentasikan kira-kira 3-4 tahun yang lalu oleh Mr. Saguru di tempat saya. Dan saya juga dikirim langsung dari India, persis seperti itu. Dan saya diwajibkan untuk bisa terrealisasi. Di Indonesia itu terdiri dari beberapa area. Ya, area daratan, bisa rumah sempit, ya rumah sempit karena di Surabaya, saya orang Surabaya, bisa-bisa tidak bisa masuk. Kemudian rumah di atas laut, di Surabaya juga ada. Rumah di atas sungai, dia tidak punya daratan juga ada. Jadi ini produk SATO ini, kemarin satu yang paling berkesempatan adalah mountain, in the mountain, di atas gunung. Kenapa? Daerah satu di atas gunung, yang kedua daerah sulit air. Karena SATO tadi tidak dipraktekkan, mohon izin Mr. Daigo, dia hanya disiram pakai ini aja, segini aja udah cukup. Ya, saya juga lakukan karena sudah di training oleh Mr. Saguru ke tempat saya, his training it for me. Dan saya meyakini bahwa produk ini bagus. Pertama, ya, cara Bapak bisa lihat di situ tadi ada perubahan. The first is by cement and the second is Noya, oke? By cement this look. Nah, itu berarti sudah ada kemajuan bagus. Jadi menurut saya Indonesia pasarnya masih cukup luas. Saya terima kasih karena kemarin saya tidak dikasih gratis ke masyarakat, tapi saya disuruh jual. Ya, jadi saya jual. Ya, saya sell for the poor community dan mereka bisa menerima ini. Mohon maaf, saya juga tidak jadi narasumber, tetapi saya pelaku. Ya, jadi pertanyaannya banyak mereka. Plastik, karena ini dijelaskan yang special plastik, different only plastik. Jadi dia kuat. Jadi saya juga sudah pakai sekarang ini 3 tahun. Termasuk pondok pesantren juga ada yang menggunakan ini. Saya tidak bertanya, I not question, but only menjelaskan saja ya, explain. Terima kasih, kira-kira begitu. Salam hormat dari saya.
Alright, thank you so much to Mr. Irianto. He gave an appreciation to this product because it is very useful and very impactful to the environment. Thank you so much, sir. And next untuk meja nomor 6. Ya, nomor 6. Oke, boleh. Mungkin langsung ke pertanyaan, mungkin lebih untuk mempersingkat waktu.
Iya.
Baik, dengan siapa dari mana?
Baik, nama saya Budi Darmawan, mewakili FSMA, Fecal Sludge Management Alliances. Saya mau nanya perbandingan harga aja. Mewakili. Perbandingan harga aja. Jadi kan kita tahu Apsani bikin toilet yang dari keramik juga dan lain sebagainya. Kemudian biaya pengangkutan dan lain sebagainya sama daya tahan dibandingkan dengan ini persentase aja Pak, nggak ngomong angkanya tapi persentasenya. Itu yang pertama, jadi soal harga sama angkutan. Yang kedua adalah kalau dia pecah gantiinnya susah apa enggak gitu. Kalau yang toilet biasa itu kalau pecah kita deket ada gitu, ada yang jual. Kalau ini gimana? Apakah kita pesen lagi ke ujung atau gimana? Kira-kira gitu Pak Kamasan.
Oke, terima kasih Pak Budi. Pertanyaannya, yang pertama adalah soal perbandingan harga ya. Sebenarnya kita tidak mengkonstruksi Pak, kita hanya menjual. Artinya kita menjual toilet dan kalau mau ada pipanya juga, kita punya juga pipa grey water, black water dari Aqualon dan kita juga ada septic tank. Itu menjadi satu paket. Tetapi kalau misalnya saya butuh toiletnya aja silakan. Oh saya butuh pipanya aja silakan. Saya butuh ini silakan. Intinya seperti itu. Kita bukan yang mengkonstruksi atau membuat toilet. Itu yang pertama. Terus yang kedua, kalau soal terjadi kerusakan dalam pengiriman, misalnya kerusakannya saat pengiriman atau saat tiba di itu nanti tinggal dikomplain aja Pak melalui apakah Bapak beli dari distributor, apakah Bapak dari retailer. Nanti kita akan bantu. Di situ juga di dalam kemasan itu juga kita meletakkan informasi segala macam apabila ada pengaduan segala macam. Itu pasti akan kami respon cepat. Jadi secara bisnis memang kita ini seperti produk-produk pada umumnya. Seperti itu. Terima kasih.
Baik, sudah cukup terjawab. Oke, baik. Oke, baik, perbandingan harga mungkin.
Perbandingan harga yang mana Pak? Yang ini ya, kalau Iya, bicara perbandingan harga ini dengan satu paket dengan itu kan banyak merek Pak. Ada merek Ina, ada merek ini, ada merek Duty, ada merek American Standard, ada tuh. Jadi ya harga itu sangat variatif dan tergantung kita compare dengan merek apa. Seperti itu sih Pak. Terima kasih.
Baik, terima kasih tentunya kepada seluruh peserta yang sudah mengikuti sesi tanya jawab ini, dan terima kasih atas partisipasinya. Apabila ada pertanyaan lainnya nanti mungkin bisa langsung ditanyakan di sesi sekaligus makan siang. Kita akan memberikan waktu untuk doorstop bersama dengan Miss Erin dan juga bersama dengan Bapak Agung. Tentunya nanti bisa langsung tanya-tanya ke beliau, khususnya rekan-rekan media yang ingin melakukan doorstop. Kami persilakan pada saat sesi makan siang. Thank you, one and all, and for joining us today. And I invite you to join us for lunch, which is served in the outside area. And for those who are still curious to want to know more about the solutions, please visit the gallery outside and feel free to reach out one of the team, one of the SATO or Lixil team. And thank you so much for your attention and happy lunch. And this is we're gonna close this event today, but we serve you a lunch. Kita sudah menyiapkan makan siang yang sudah disiapkan di area foyer, dan tentunya sambil makan siang Anda pun juga akan dihibur oleh rekan-rekan entertainment. Dan kami persilakan Bapak Agung untuk mungkin bisa memulai foto bersama terlebih dahulu. To Miss Erin, please join us to take a photo. To Mr. Anton, Pak Anton, dan to Miss Erin, please join us to come up the stage to take this, to take a photo, to photograph this moment. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Please hold the product. Okay. Okay. Okay, 1, 2, 3. One, two, three. Okay. One, two, three. Oke, untuk rekan-rekan media dapat ataupun seluruh rekan-rekan dari pemerintahan maupun partner bisnis untuk bisa menikmati hidangan makan siang yang sudah disediakan di area foyer sembari menunggu sesi foto bersama ini. Dan terima kasih sekali lagi atas partisipasinya, dan nanti setelah ini kita akan dihibur oleh teman-teman entertainment tentunya di siang hari ini. Cukup teman-teman? Sudah cukup ya rekan-rekan? Oke. Alright, thank you so much to Miss Erin, to everyone, to the group, to the team from Lixil and SATO. Setelah ini kita bisa menikmati hidangan makan siang sekaligus melangsungkan interview. And excuse me to Miss Erin, Miss Erin, you can join to Mr. Agung to join the media for the interview at the doorstop interview. Thank you so much. Yeah. Baiklah, untuk itu kita sudah ditemani oleh teman-teman entertainment tentunya untuk melengkapi momen di hari ini lewat lagu-lagu yang sudah disiapkan ya. Namanya So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Parade Band.
Thank you very much, people. Right, so for the next one, it's coming up from Ronald Keating. And here we go. It's amazing how you can speak right to my heart. Without saying the word, you can light up the dark. Try as I may, I can never explain what I hear when you don't say the thing. The smile on your face lets me know that you need me. There's a truth in your eyes saying you never leave me. And the touch of your hand say you'll catch me wherever I fall. And you say the best when you say nothing there wrong. All day long I can hear people talking out loud. But when you hold me near, you can let out the crowd. Tries they made, they can never define what beats in between your hand and mine. The smile on your face lets me know that you need me. There's a truth in your eyes saying you never leave me. And the touch of your hand say you'll catch me wherever